Well, we meet a talented young illustrator now who's been shortlisted for a UK-wide art competition.
Bridget Sutherland from Bristol was shortlisted for the competition, which invited 16 to 25-year-olds to illustrate how the financial crisis had impacted them and their community. And Bridget joins us now. It's quite a difficult brief, but tell us about this competition.
Yeah, well, basically, my mum last year made the move from Sydney to London for better job opportunities. She's a creative. She works in illustration, graphic design, and as a sculptor as well. But she chose a time to come to this country, which is normally a hub for people at the top of their game like her, when the markets were crashing, and what she thought would take her about a month to find her a job turned into 7. And it was quite an appalling situation because she's extremely qualified, very talented, but was just shut out of the whole job-seeking process.
So she came to live with you,
yeah.
And that's where you pick up the story. We're going
Yeah.
to see the cartoon now as you start to tell us about it. So she came and shared a flat with you. How did that go down?
Well, this is a tiny flat that I was living in Euston Station. It was fine at first, but after a while it just got really demoralising for her not finding the work. But then at last, after 7 months of torture and agony, she got the job. And I mean, it was just so difficult because it was such a small space with 2 other rowdy boys. So after that I just had to leave and decided to make a new start
and
in
you got
Bristol.
out of town. And that's what that comic strip was, that's the story it was telling.
That's right.
And that's what's got you to this stage in the competition.
Yeah, I mean, I came to Bristol originally for a comic book convention, and now it's kind of come full circle and I'm winning awards.
You've got a tremendous talent. Kindly, you did one of Alex and me a little earlier, I think, which we can see on the screen now. I'm not sure that I've really got a neck quite like that, but I'll let you off on this. I'll let you off on this occasion. But where did you learn to draw? How did you?
Well, my mum, obviously, creativity runs in the family. Her being a sculptress, but she was also trained as an art teacher. I've never had any formal training in fine art school or anything like that, but I'm thinking of going into that now.
Is there a career in it for you, do you think?
Well, I used to work in graphic design and 3D animation, which I found not as creatively fulfilling. So now I work at a comic book shop and use my free time to be more creatively fulfilled. And if I can one day earn more money out of that, that would be fantastic. I think there is.
And do you think a competition like this, if you were to win it, could help?
Absolutely, yeah. It's all about exposure and knowing the right people. And it's a wonderful opportunity from YouthNet and thesite.org to just get involved. They do so much for young people, so it's great.
Well, we've got our fingers crossed for you.
Yeah.
Thanks for doing the illustration, and we're going to let our cartoon characters introduce the weather, I think.
I think so.
Yeah.